Next Goal Wins is the new Taika Waititi movie out in theaters, and let's talk about it. So, I really love Taika Waititi. I've not seen all of his films. I definitely need to at some point. And putting aside his last film, Thor: Love and Thunder, guys, a great talent. Um, but I feel like after Jojo Rabbit, he's kind of lost the spark a little bit with Thor: Love and Thunder. I'm not really big into his new show, Our Flag Means Death. It's okay, and he's been in a lot of movies like Free Guy, where he's kind of the weakest part of those movies. But I was willing to give this movie a chance. Also, this movie was shot 3 years ago and has been delayed forever because of COVID and other things. But yeah, I was just curious about this movie and finally got to watch it. And I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really good. This is not a great movie, but I think that's okay. And the reason why I say it's not a great movie, it is a sports movie first and foremost, where you do know everything that's gonna happen in this movie. There's a few like little things that you won't know, like or whatever, but mostly stuff that you can guess, right? You got this team that is based on a true story about this soccer team that sucks in real life, and they grow to be, winners, right? But that's like where this is gonna go. But I think that's okay for this movie, right? It does hold it back a little bit just because it's so predictable. But I don't really care that it's predictable because I enjoy all the characters in this movie. A lot of these characters are just happy existing, and so that was one of and they're just happy existing. They love being a part of this sport. They may not be great at, but they love it. You got this great trans character in the movie that was great to see that kind of representation. But you also she just loves existing the way she is. There's not really a lot of focus on her having doubts about her gender or whatever. It's just like she is who she is, and she's happy with that. And that's a lot of the characters with their lives on this island. And so you got this coach that's deeply unhappy, and he learns to be happy throughout the course of the movie through teaching this team, through doing this, and they become winners. And it's a fun movie. And I will say this movie does feel the least like a Taika Waititi movie. A lot of the humor and dialogue is definitely Taika Waititi. It just felt like the direction wasn't so much him, but that's fine. There's a lot of great humorous sequences, great lines of dialogue that I'm definitely gonna remember. One of my favorite scenes in the movie is the way they break down the ending, like how they won the soccer game. Instead of you seeing that event happen, it's another character explaining it in a very goofy way with a lot of humor and laughs. There's a lot of fun moments like that. There are some clever subversions like that to the sports genre. I feel like this is probably the best soccer movie ever made. Though that's not really saying much. There aren't a lot of great ones. But it's a really solid movie that just will make you feel good. And I feel like if you want a movie that you can kind of take family member, like if you're like older in age, like, because this movie's PG-13. I'm not gonna say it's like kids can't watch it, but there's like, let's say if you're like a couple's just hanging out for the holiday Thanksgiving and you just want a fun movie to watch, this is a good one, I think, because it's just a really solid great time of a movie that had a lot of great humor and great laughs.